Geiger, wake up. You have to host the final four of our Star Wars movie Madness tournament, dude.
Sorry, I'm really fucked up right now.
You said you weren't getting drunk this weekend.
I'm not drunk, I'm just really high.
So what he said was true, from a certain point of view.
Welcome into the Bro 4 Squad podcast, where we're fulfilling our destiny of getting drunk, getting ass, and avoiding pregnancy tests. I'm Matt Geiger alongside Jabba Hornacek and Boba Fett Banner, here for our Star Wars movie madness tournament. Grading this on our 5 criteria. There are only 4 movies left, so let's put this bitch into hyperdrive. Movies ready.
Boy.
A New Hope versus Phantom Menace. Acting cast, Jeff.
Whew. Man, this is this is an absolute fucking bloodbath. Han Solo has more charisma in his left ball in this movie than the entire cast of Phantom Menace did. On paper, great actors, but again, game is played on the field, folks. Point to A New Hope.
Banner?
Yeah, I mean, you can't... I don't know how people survived Phantom Menace in Hollywood. Some people didn't, but I don't know how other people did and went on to have pretty fucking good careers because it is horrible.
The category is called Acting Cast. Cast for Phantom Menace. Ewan McGregor, Liam Neeson, Natalie Portman, Jake Lloyd, Samuel L. Jackson. Acting, it's not their fault that the script sucked. So I'm going to give it to Phantom Menace simply because I want our fans to stick around just a little bit. Let's just make this kind of close. 2-1.
I swear to God, you owe Jake Lloyd money or something.
I think he's fine. He's fine. He's fine in this.
Yeah.
Story, Jeff.
Gotta go New Hope again, man. Although I think Phantom has, in terms of execution, my favorite story of the prequels. Revenge of the Sith had the most potential, but again, it's not a game played on paper, as Chris Berman would say. That's why they play the games. So, A New Hope for me, story, perfectly executed. It's a timeless tale. Does it utilize every archetype that ever existed in fiction? Yeah, sure, but it crushes it. So, point to A New Hope for me.
3-1, New Hope, Banner.
Yeah, it's got to be New Hope. Phantom Menace, I mean, it doesn't do anything for me. Like I said in the last episode, other than the pod race scene and the lightsaber scene, I could care less about this movie. You don't need it for the Star Wars saga to go on and to learn all of this stuff. You need the other movies. So New Hope gets it. Sorry, Phantom Menace.
I'm going to go Phantom Menace again.
Of course you fucking are.
No, and I'm serious about this. It's not just Sith versus Jedi. They really go into the politics for the first time in Star Wars, which is the reason they're fighting the entire time. And I like that they actually have the Senate hearings. I like the Palpatine story arc. I thought it was really fucking cool to actually see the politic angle in it. I'm not even kidding about that at all. And Jeff kind of touched on that, where it's different. 4-2, New Hope, best scene. I'm gonna go New Hope. Vader versus Obi-Wan. When you first saw it, I mean, it's a cool scene, but after all the prequels and everything that's going on, and you actually see their relationship throughout the prequels, that scene is pretty fucking cool. How Obi-Wan's just like, I'm going to die because I believe Luke is actually the chosen one and is going to actually bring balance to the Force. And he tells Darth that if you strike me down, I'm going to become more powerful than you can ever imagine. I love that scene. I still love it today whenever it's on TNT or I put it in the DVD. So, New Hope. Jeff?
The scene you just alluded to when Obi-Wan looks at Luke and purposely dies, total point shaving. Like, he was just trying to help cover the spread for that fight. For me, I'm going to go Phantom Menace here. The pod racing scene that George Lucas did, I'll just say this. He was trying to do something different with a little more adrenaline, and to quote earlier in that scene, "It's working! It's working!" Because that is one of my favorite scenes in the prequel trilogy. So I'm going to go with Phantom Menace.
5-3, New Hope, Banner, best scene.
And I'm going to go with the only other scene that I enjoy watching from that entire movie, the end lightsaber scene with Darth Maul, Qui-Gon, and Obi-Wan. Again, best choreographed sword fighting scene in a lot of movies that I've ever seen. Definitely the best in the Star Wars universe. everything about it. Then you have the emotion of Qui-Gon dying and Obi-Wan just starting. That's the first time you see Obi-Wan be a badass, when he just fucking slices him in half. So,
and lest we forget,
best score in the entire saga as well. Got to go Phantom Menace.
Was that song playing in the background when you impregnated your wife, Banner?
I mean, yeah.
You heard it in his head, yeah.
How else is it going to climax?
Yeah,
okay.
I don't understand. You don't have that in the background when you have sex with your wife?
5-4, A New Hope. Could Phantom Menace possibly pull the upset and get no because impacts on pulp culture? 3-0. We all agree with that.
Yep.
Easiest point I've ever given out in this tournament.
Okay, 8-4. So that turned around.
Ended that.
Yep, right into rewatchability. I'm gonna go A New Hope, but actually I would have went Phantom Menace if we would have done this a couple years ago. I'm gonna go A New Hope simply because of Rogue One. I think Rogue One made this honestly a B- movie for me. I never thought it was that good in the originals. I thought Empire and Jedi are way better, but Rogue One makes this a better movie. So I'm gonna go with A New Hope for rewatchability. Jeff?
Yep, same thing. Phantom has some awesome scenes, but at the end of the day, New Hope is just so much of a better movie that I can't not give it to it. So New Hope for me.
Banner?
See, I'm going to go Phantom Menace. And hear me out on this, because you guys know I don't like Phantom Menace.
We have to.
Because of rewatchability, or because of Rogue One, you have to watch that before this. So now, instead of spending 2 hours of my life watching A New Hope, I'm spending 4.5 watching Rogue One and A New Hope. So
We have no friends, so it's fine.
Okay, fine. You're right. New Hope. Put it in the books.
Okay, New Hope wins 10-5. Our fans graded 84% to 16%. New Hope. Moving on to the championship. Who will they face, you ask? Well, we got the answer. Movie's ready.
Boy.
The Empire Strikes Back versus Return of the Jedi. Acting. I'm going to go first here. In a surprise, I'm going to pick Jedi simply because of Hamill's turn. I was never a big Mark Hamill fan from when I was 4 to when I'm 29 right now. I always was a Harrison Ford guy. He's the reason that I kind of got into this, because my dad's a big Harrison Ford fan. I always thought Hamill was kind of a bitch.
You could say it.
Yeah.
He was a
But
pussy.
this one, actually buys a turn. I really did. I liked Hamill in these, and for that acting cast, I'm going to give it to Jedi. Jeff.
Yeah, I'm going to go, I totally agree with everything you said. I'm going to go Empire here. Hamill is great in both these movies, really improved from A New Hope. When he was going to Tachi picks up Pergamers, way better in Empire and Jedi. Jedi gets to play the dark, brooding guy. In an Empire, he realizes that basically his whole life has been this facade and lie. But the thing that breaks the tie for me is Empire, mainly because I think Han has a lot more to do in it, whereas in Jedi, he's like the jealous boyfriend who thinks that Leia is going to be like part of some incest ring. I loved his whole arc in Empire with Lando and running from the Empire and being pissed that his hyperdrive isn't working. So Empire gets the point for me.
Banner.
Yeah, I'm going to go Empire as well, for a lot of the same points that you did, Jeff. The improvement between A New Hope and Empire for all characters across the board was much greater, whereas I feel like it was more of an equal between Empire and Return of the Jedi, which they did fantastic in Jedi, but the improvement and the story really progressed in Empire, so I got to go Empire here.
Nice segue. Moving right on to story. I'm going to go with Empire. A couple of reasons. Evil wins, which raises the stakes for the final installment, and Empire is the only reason Jedi's good, I think. If we didn't have Empire, Jedi wouldn't be as good. Jeff?
Yeah, I can't argue that Jedi has to stand on Empire just because of the way that Empire ends, which is a really, I think at the time, kind of unprecedented in cinema. But I'm going to go with Jedi mainly because that third act and the way that it ties up the whole Vader, Luke issue with Emperor Palpatine. And I'll say this, aside from the scene that we love to quote so much, the Darth plagueth the wise in Revenge of the Sith, this has some of my favorite Palpatine stuff in any of the 6 movies. So I'll go Return of the Jedi, gets my point.
Banner?
Yeah, I'm going to go Return of the Jedi as well. This movie sums up, in my opinion, the Skywalker storyline from Anakin in the prequels all the way through Luke in these. We don't know where the sequel trilogy is going now, but Return of the Jedi is a great end cap to sum that entire storyline up. So I have to go. I don't have to, but I'm going to. I'm gonna go Return of the Jedi here.
Going into best scene, we got a tie ball game. Jedi Empire 3-3. Best scene, Jeff.
All right. I'm going to mainly leave this one to Banner because it is his favorite scene. And maybe it's cheating because it is basically the whole third act. But the end scene in Jedi where the battle takes place 3 different locations, it's like when you're arguing with your girlfriend over email, text, and like GroupMe app. Like you don't even know where to attack her from. So I love that. But the battle in Hoth is awesome with the big titty gun. I have to say that.
Banner?
Yeah, I mean, I don't give a shit if it's the entire third act. I'll even just go one portion of that and the lightsaber scene in that one with Luke's turn and how basically the Emperor is just narrating the whole time, like stirring the fire, going, both of you guys suck dick the whole time. That's one of the best scenes in all of Star Wars, in my opinion.
Man, this is tough for me. I love Empire. It's my favorite Star Wars movie, but just for best scene, I'm going to go with Jedi, and to piggyback off Jack, that third act, simply because the Emperor's in it. And the Emperor is probably my favorite character. Yeah, other than Vader, and just the Anakin when he comes back and you actually see his face for the first time ever. That's a really powerful scene. It still gets me every time I watch it. So I'm going to go with that, which is fucking weird because it's 6'3" Jedi going
and
into Impact
nobody
on
picked
Ball.
Luke, I Am Your Father, which is probably one of the biggest scenes in all of cinema.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We kind of fucked up.
For our generation, though, it's so played out and so
That's
joked
true.
about that, I mean, the third act in Jedi is so fucking awesome.
Yeah, from my point of view, Jedi scene is better.
Impact on pop culture, I mean, I'm gonna go Empire because of that, Banner. Thank you for the segue. You already said
have to
everything
go
I need
Empire.
to say. So, Banner, Empire.
Yeah, I mean, it is to this day, if you've never seen any of the Star Wars movies, it's still the biggest plot twist in any movie ever, hands down. And I've seen all of them. Horns.
Jeff.
Yeah, I gotta go Empire also. The only way that this could be a battle would be if Jedi ended up being the last Star Wars movie ever made and ended the whole saga. But obviously that didn't happen because money exists and we love these stories. So Empire gets the point for me with Impact.
6-6 going into rewatchability. Of course, I'm gonna pick Empire. Favorite Star Wars movie ever. Probably a top 5 movie ever for me. The story's awesome. I'm a Dark Side fan. The Dark Side wins. It's a great Vader movie. Empire. Jeff.
This is really tough. Empire is the most Matt Geiger answer because it's dark. It doesn't end on a good note, meaning he's like high-fiving people when it ends. I have to go with Jedi just because I love the third act. I love the celebration on Endor afterwards. And just, again, the 3 locale fight to me is maybe my favorite part of the original trilogy. So Return of the Jedi gets it for me.
It's 7-7. We're going to let Banner break the tie. This is disgusting. Go ahead. Rewatchability.
Empire is, again, the pivotal point in the original trilogy. That movie, if you don't have that movie, I don't think the rest of the franchise exists. It's not, it cannot continue with that. It is a fantastic movie. But Return of the Jedi, I can watch that.
I was waiting for a but.
Yep.
God damn.
I can watch that movie 1,000 times over again. It is so good. I love it. I know Cycly hates the first act when they're back on Tatooine. I dig it. I don't mind it at all. As a kid, I watch Return of the Jedi at least once a week, if not more. So I got to go Return of the Jedi with the win.
8-7, Return of the Jedi. However, our fans have spoke on Twitter. 65% to 35% Empire. I'm surprised that's not a little closer because honestly, as an Empire fan, I graded this fucking 3-2. So there you have it. Our championship will be Star Wars Empire Strikes Back versus Star Wars A New Hope. To vote, go to our Twitter at Broforce Squad. To check out our bracket, go to our website at broforcesquad.com and subscribe to us on iTunes and YouTube so you can check out all our content and the tournament. Until then, may the Force be with us all.
To our fans, I have failed you. This is going to be.
I can't believe
really
that we graded Jedi to win. That's crazy.